Biochemistry is the study of the chemical processes and molecules that sustain life. Understanding biochemistry is crucial in anatomy and physiology because it explains how cells function, how energy is stored and utilized, and how various biological molecules interact to maintain homeostasis. Biochemistry is divided into organic and inorganic compounds. Organic compounds contain carbon-hydrogen bonds and are the basis of life, including biomolecules like proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Inorganic compounds do not have carbon-hydrogen bonds and include essential substances like water, salts, and minerals. Let's start with inorganic compounds, the simple molecules that serve as the basis for many biological processes. Water, which makes up about 60 to 70% of the human body, has several essential properties that make life possible. It has a high heat capacity, meaning it can absorb and release heat with minimal temperature change, helping regulate body temperature. It also has a high heat of vaporization, which allows sweating to cool the body efficiently. As a polar solvent, water dissolves many substances, facilitating biochemical reactions and forming hydration layers around charged molecules to prevent clumping. Water also plays a direct role in metabolism through hydrolysis, which breaks down molecules, and dehydration synthesis, which builds them. Lastly, water provides cushioning, protecting organs like the brain and spinal cord through cerebrospinal fluid. Another key group of inorganic compounds includes salts, acids, and bases. Salts, such as sodium chloride and potassium chloride, dissociate in water to form electrolytes, charged ions that conduct electricity. These are critical for nerve impulses, muscle contractions, and fluid balance. Acids release hydrogen ions, acting as proton donors, while bases release hydroxyl ions, making them proton acceptors. The pH scale, which ranges from 0 to 14, measures acidity and alkalinity, with 7 being neutral. The human body maintains a blood pH between 7.35 and 7.45 using buffers such as the carbonic acid bicarbonate system to resist sudden pH changes. This balance is essential as even small deviations can disrupt bodily functions. Shifting to organic compounds, these are the carbon-based molecules that form the backbone of life. The first major category is carbohydrates, which serve as the body's primary energy source. Monosaccharides, or simple sugars like glucose and fructose, provide quick energy. Disaccharides, such as sucrose and lactose, consist of two linked monosaccharides. Polysaccharides, like glycogen in animals and starch in plants, store energy and offer structural support. Another crucial group is lipids, which includes fats, phospholipids, and steroids. Triglycerides, made of glycerol and 3 fatty acids, store energy, insulate the body, and protect organs. Lipids vary in structure. Saturated fats contain no double bonds and remain solid at room temperature, whereas unsaturated fats, which contain one or more double bonds, are typically liquid. Trans fats, artificially hydrogenated fats, have been linked to health risks. On the other hand, omega-3 fatty acids provide anti-inflammatory benefits and support heart health. Phospholipids are the primary component of cell membranes, consisting of a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail, allowing them to form the bilayer structure necessary for cellular integrity. Steroids, including cholesterol, play a critical role in membrane stability and hormone synthesis. Eicosanoids, derived from fatty acids, function in inflammation and immune response. Next, we have proteins, which are the most diverse macromolecules responsible for both structural and functional roles. Proteins are made up of amino acids linked by peptide bonds and can be organized into 4 structural levels. The primary structure is simply the sequence of amino acids, while the secondary structure forms alpha helices or beta pleated sheets through hydrogen bonding. The tertiary structure involves further folding into a 3-dimensional shape, and the quaternary structure arises when multiple polypeptides combine, as seen in hemoglobin. Proteins can be categorized as fibrous proteins, which provide structure, such as collagen and keratin, or globular proteins, which perform functional roles, such as enzymes and hormones. However, proteins can become denatured due to heat or pH changes, losing their function. Molecular chaperones assist in protein folding, ensuring they assume their correct structure. Among the most important proteins are enzymes, which act as biological catalysts by lowering activation energy and speeding up chemical reactions. Each enzyme consists of an apoenzyme, the protein portion, and a cofactor or coenzyme, which is a non-protein helper, often a vitamin. Enzyme function follows a specific process. The substrate binds to the active site, undergoes internal rearrangements, and is then released as a product, allowing the enzyme to be reused. Without enzymes, biochemical reactions would occur too slowly to sustain life. Moving on, we have nucleic acids, which store and transmit genetic information. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is structured as a double helix, with nucleotide bases pairing specifically. Adenine pairs with thymine, and guanine pairs with cytosine. DNA contains the instructions for making proteins and is inherited from one generation to the next. RNA, ribonucleic acid, on the other hand, is single-stranded and uses uracil instead of thymine. RNA plays a key role in protein synthesis, acting as the messenger that carries genetic instructions from DNA to the ribosomes. Finally, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, is the body's primary energy currency. ATP stores energy in high-energy phosphate bonds, which release energy when broken, powering cellular functions such as muscle contraction and active transport. ATP is continuously regenerated through cellular respiration in the mitochondria, ensuring that cells always have access to the energy they need. All these biochemical principles are fundamental to understanding physiology. Cellular function depends on biomolecules, and homeostasis relies on precise balances of electrolytes, pH, and macromolecules. These concepts also have direct medical relevance. Electrolyte imbalances can cause neurological and cardiac dysfunction. pH disturbances can lead to conditions like acidosis and alkalosis. And protein misfolding is linked to diseases such as Alzheimer's. Even lipid metabolism disorders contribute to cardiovascular disease. By understanding the chemistry of life, we gain a deeper appreciation of how the human body operates in both health and disease.